still love me if I'm gonna stay strong.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Damron. We're on Mission 6, Collateral Damage of our Call of Duty World War II full campaign playthrough, grabbing all the mementos, the heroic actions, and the miscellaneous achievements. So let's jump right into Mission 6, Collateral Damage. The first thing that we're going to be doing in this mission is getting the achievement Gasoline Cowboy. And for this achievement, you need to basically get through the tank portion of the mission, which is right in the beginning, with having less than 20% damage. So you have to have at least 80% health, which is indicated on the bottom left there. You can see it says Sherman tank, and then there's that yellow kind of bar. That's the health bar of your tank, which is nice because actually when the game originally came out, that wasn't there. And in a later update, they added that health bar so you could know how much damage there was to your tank. So in the first section, you know, you could just plow through some enemies until you get to this building that's right in front of you that's red. When you get here, just start laying into that building with your tank shells, because there are several Panzerschreck units that are going to be on the upper levels of these buildings. You can see that one up there. I got lucky that he missed me. But also there's going to be some right there that you can see him actually running up there, and I miss him. He takes a shot at me. Luckily he misses as well. But there's one on the first floor and the second floor. So be sure you're shelling that building, and then before you go across, go ahead and start shelling the building across from us, because there are several Panzerschreck units that are up there. The small arms fire from the German soldiers is not really going to do too much damage, but just make sure you shell those two buildings. And then we're going to speed it up a little bit as we kind of make our way around that corner. There will be another Panzerschreck enemy right there, and there's going to be one that hits me to the left that I missed. He's on the second floor, so you can see I took a little bit of damage there, but he's right there. So, you know, I'm probably like, you know, less than 10% total damage right now, so I'm still doing okay. The hardest part of this tank section is actually a little bit later when we're going to be fighting some tanks, but I'm going to show you a very easy way to get through that and really take minimal damage at all. So when you get to the point where your friendly tank actually gets attacked by another tank, so right here, he kind of stops. You know, this is very noticeable. There's going to be some yelling like, no, you know, and you want to take a left at that point. So you can see the tank up there. We just took a left, and what we're actually doing is we're going to be circling around, and we're going to be ending up behind the enemy tank. You can see it right there. I took a shot and missed, but nonetheless, just kind of keep making your way around, and eventually you're actually going to be behind the tank, and you should be able to shoot him in the back, and then while he's trying to turn to shoot you, you get a second shot in the side, and that'll blow it up. You'll get a checkpoint. Keep in mind though, if you do take, you know, damage, you can restart your checkpoint, and that will not void the achievement. So if you take a lot of damage, be sure you restart your checkpoint. And then once you come to this area where you're told to climb, you're going to have a tank that busts through the wall here. You can get a shot on his side, but this area has two tanks. As soon as he comes out, you want to immediately make your way back the way you came, and I like to position myself behind this building. If you're in the roads, then that tank will actually take a left and turn at you, and wait to shoot it. Wait until he's past that intersection and then shoot him in the back, and you should be able to get that third shot on his side and destroy him. So I took the shot when he came out, a back, and then the side. And then as soon as I take him out, if you turn around, you'll see another tank that was heading down the road from where you came. You should be able to get a shot in his back and side, and then back off. You know, kind of back away and put yourself on the other side of this wall. So essentially that'll make the tank come up, and you can take the third shot in the side there. And that's a really fast, a really easy way to take out both of those tanks. That's a very, you know, consistent method. If you do that, you should have no problem. Now when you climb this hill, be a little bit careful. There are a bunch of, you know, infantry units down here, so be prepared, you know, as soon as you get to the top of that hill, to fire a tank shell and take them out. The small arms fire, again, doesn't do too much, but if you let them just lay into you, all of them, that can actually do a decent amount of damage. Once you get to the courtyard where you need to destroy some tanks and destroy some Amtraks, you'll kind of be behind these 50s here. Just kind of sit back. Don't go past this kind of, you see this bathtub right here that's in the left side of the screen. Just kind of stay behind that. As long as you stay behind this kind of courtyard section is actually very easy. We can just hang out back here, shoot all of the infantry and the tanks from a distance. Eventually the marker will kind of be in the building in the background, and there'll be a bunch of, it kind of highlights them, like there's like almost a little shadow silhouettes of the enemies that are in the building, but those are all Panzerschreck units. But as long as you're back where I'm at, they really are no threat to you. They won't be able to shoot at you accurately. So just basically don't head out into the courtyard. Just stay back here, lay waste to them, and eventually when you finish that section, as long as you had more than 80% health, you'll pop the achievement. So right after that tank section, again, this is right after it, you're going to have control of red again. You're going to be progressing up the streets. So again, this is right after the tank section, and you're going to be advancing up the streets, and eventually you're going to come to this area. You're going to take a left outside of this little coffee shop or whatever it is, and if you go on the other side of this car, you'll find your next memento on top of this piano. Moving up that same street, you're kind of progressing up against this MG fire. As you're going up, one of your teammates will go down. That'll be our next heroic action. I don't know why I didn't throw a smoke grenade here. It'd be a lot easier just to toss a smoke grenade. That'll make this a lot more safe, especially on veteran. But nonetheless, just drag him behind this car and you'll get that heroic action performed. Now, just kind of up from that, eventually you're going to blow through this wall and you'll kind of be in this area. It's pretty noticeable. But I just want to point out, this is probably the best place to get all of those achievements, to basically get Zussman to give you health kits, give Turner to give you ammo, have Pearson spot enemies, and Aiello to get the smoke grenade, because they're all here at this point. So you can just kind of use all of them. You can see I'm just grabbing it all and then restart your checkpoint, and you can actually bang all those out right here. Progressing on, you're going to be following into kind of an apartment complex. You'll know when you go through this door, and immediately when you go through it, one of your teammates will be in a struggle, Private Rogers, so shoot the German soldier and rescue him. From where we rescued Private Rogers, I've already kind of cleared out the enemies in this apartment area. It's a little bit destroyed, and as you progress, you're supposed to go this way. But before we do, head straight back so you can get up to the second level of the apartments. And when you get up to the second level, kind of go back the way you came, and you'll find on this fireplace our next memento. Progressing on into the mission, you're going to blow a hole into this hotel. You're going to go in there. There's going to be a bunch of German soldiers, so this will be a hell of a hotel. But as soon as you walk in, immediately take a right to kind of go back this front desk area, and you'll find a hotel pin down in the cabinet for our last memento in the level. Now, from that memento, I killed some of the enemies, but essentially, if you progress up the right-hand side, you can see there was a bunch of enemies here. Go through this door, and you'll find one of your soldiers in another struggle. So there's a bunch of enemies back here, and this can be a little challenging on veteran, but run back there, rescue him, and that's our last heroic action and our last collectible for this mission. So we've gotten all the achievements. Again, this is probably the best way, best mission to do all those supplies as well. So I hope you guys found this helpful. As always, this is a super fun game to play. It's a little older, but if you haven't played it, certainly check it out. But that's going to wrap it up for mission 6, Collateral Damage. So hopefully I'll see you in mission 7, Death Factory, of our Call of Duty World War II playthrough.